everybody. Welcome to the show. You know where you are, 989 with me, Tigo. And today we're going to have a little bit of fun and we're going to talk about fine art and just beautiful, creative and textural and oh yeah, a great headshot for me. Today, Christyl O'Flaherty is in the house. Christyl, are you out there?
Hello.
There you are. Hey,
Hi.
what's happening?
Good morning, world 9 at 9.
You know, you are an amazing artist. I had the opportunity to meet you at Greg Reed's Prosperity Camp about a month or so ago, and you took this amazing headshot for me. Hopefully Alan can drop that in there, my big square head. You know, there it is. That's the best headshot I've had since probably second grade when my mother took me to the mall and I looked so cute in my little lace socks. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun. Good day.
But you're not usually doing headshots. I mean, you did that for the special event, and we all thank you. We definitely thank you for doing it. But that's not really your specialty, is it?
No, it isn't.
What do you do?
My passion is to showcase individuals in a very unique way that really demonstrates either their mythic self or it demonstrates something very unique that will be memorable through fine art photography. And it's just truly is my passion. So I love what I do. And I like to really incorporate other folks in the whole creation process. So I believe, a lot of people will say to me, well, how is it that you do what you do? Well, I don't do it all. I actually really pull in my clients and I make them a part of that process. So therefore it's an equal creative process that makes the end result.
You mentioned before we went live, we were talking and you said, if you were to film or take a photo and do a portrait of a chef, you would definitely know this person is a chef. Can you reiterate that story real quick for me?
Absolutely. So, versus, a lot of people, they're still kind of stuck in this old idea of I need a headshot. I just want to, get something on my website so people can see who I am. And, and what I was mentioning was for instance, say I had a chef, I would put him up there with holding an octopus with knife and maybe an old ratatouille looking vintage costume and get him really into it and really showcase them. And people will really remember that, so that's what I do.
So you're basically making them a piece of art. It's not just a photo. It's truly a piece of art.
Yes.
So how much time does that take? I mean, I'm a video person. We do, 60 frames a second here. Come on. How much time does it take to create that beautiful piece of art that you do?
It varies. It varies on topic, of course, and the in depth of each costume. In location, it can be anywhere from an hour to a couple days. Really, it's just it's dependent on the in depth of how much work we put into it. If I'm building a big major set, that's going to, of course, take a couple days, and then some post production. So it's really just whatever the theme is.
So we're definitely going to see each other again really, really soon. We're both going to be at Secret Knock. We got some really cool stuff happening. You guys make sure you watch out because the new edition of the Show Notes magazine is in there. It's almost all the artwork is inside of it, belongs to Christyl. Thank you so much for that. It looks amazing. I can't wait to share it. No, you guys can't see it before Secret Knock. Don't even ask me. But I've got to ask you, if someone has a special event and they wanted to create some art pieces of their partners, of their, different event that they're doing, is that something you'll do? Will you go on location and create
Absolutely.
magic, or do they have to come to you?
I can do both.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Reach out to me, we'll schedule, we'll concept, we'll theme, we'll build. And pretty much if you can dream it, I can make it happen.
When I first looked at your artwork, when you sent me over some of your pieces, I thought, now I'm not a foodie, but I have family members that are foodies and watches all the foodie type shows. And when I looked at it, when you see some of these cakes that some of these guys make, there's no way you believe that's a cake. And when I look at, some of the artwork that you do, I go, there's no way that's a person. She had to create that in CGI or something, because that can't be a regular person. What got you started doing this? Did you go to college for this? How did you get started?
I'm self-taught. And I honestly, when, I've been being very creative since I was a very little girl. I grew up out in the middle of the woods. I was an only child, so I had to entertain myself. So I would start creating with nature and building dancing women out of flowers and fairy houses and you name it. So I had to learn to really get creative at a very early age. And then I would dress up my dolls. I'd make their own clothes. Then later on, I, of course, had my own children, which was a lot of fun, and I would dress them up. And then I got into the whole serious industry of fashion and working with models. And I just realized, you have to create your world. You have to bring your own bliss and you have to bring your own joy. And it was really right at my fingertips. And it was just something I found that came very natural, and it's what I love. So when you do things that you love, it shows in a way that's different than if it feels like work. So.
Your work definitely, it shows the love and the passion you have for what you do in your craft, and you're truly an artist and self-taught. That's amazing. So I know there are people at home right now that are going, or maybe they're at their job and they're listening on the side or driving down the road. And they're saying, man, I want to create art. I'm in corporate America, or I'm in high school or something, and I have this idea too. How would you tell them to get started?
I would just say, especially in the realms of photography, charge your batteries and show up.
Ooh.
Just show up. Just do it. Do it over and over and over, and watch workshops, and just and seek others who are doing it. Go to people who are actually having it happen. And I teach workshops as well. I do one-on-ones. So I'm happy to be reached out for that as well.
And how would they, because some people are listening, some are watching. I know our producer has been showing your website, but real quick before he cuts us off because he's rude, where should they go if they want to reach out to you?
They can go to ChrystylO'Flaherty@gmail.com. And that is my email. And my website that's shown on the screen at ChrystylO'Flaherty.com. You can reach me through the website as well. And Instagram at ChrystylO'Flaherty.official. And there are several accounts that are trying to pretend to be me. So make sure it is the one that says official with no numbers after it.
Wow. And I know Alan showed the orange dress, and that's your first NFT, am I right?
Correct. Yes.
That's amazing. That is a beautiful shot. I thank you so much for coming on the show. I can't wait to see you at Secret Knock. We're going to do some really cool stuff. Y'all got to see the show notes, man. Christyl is amazing. And as always, just as I get done, Mr. Allen decides to cut me off. I'm starting to think he likes doing that. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please go check out ChrystylO'Flaherty.com, because the artwork on the website is absolutely amazing. You get lost in it all day. I hope you'll be here next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.